Hello everybody, my name is Zeke Tyrus. I am calling you from San Francisco, California. And my name again is Zeke Tyrus. I want you to know I'm a writer and a storyteller and occasional performance artist in San Francisco. But I'm also a die-hard root beer enthusiast, and before I die I'd like to try every last root beer that exists in this country and all others. And I'm going to tell you reviews about it. Waialua root beer. Hawaii is famous for many things. Pineapples, surf, volcanoes, things like that. Socialized medicine. They have socialized medicine out there. I don't know how many of you knew that. But this is the one root beer that is brewed in Hawaii. Waialua root beer. Now, it has some good reviews. I looked at the reviews online. Let me see here. It's got a website, waialuasodaworks.com. Says it's available in Maine, Iowa, Oregon, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Delaware, New York, Vermont, and of course Hawaii. I got it here in California at the large liquor store we call BevMo, which is wonderful. That's where I got this stuff. It is quite wonderful. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm looking at the label. I'm glad that they have a clear glass. Most root beers try to look like root beer. They have a brown glass. This has a clear glass that you can see. It then has some sort of hula girl on there. It says root beer natural soda. So the presentation, I already give a thumbs up. Now, some people that do root beer reviews, they like to get clever and they'll do 5 root beer barrels or 5 or 4 kegs of root beer. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm just going to say whether I think it's a great root beer, whether I think it's a good root beer, a fair root beer, or a bad root beer. And unfortunately, there are some bad root beers out there. But let's give this one a try, shall we? There we go. And let's give it a try. First, we're going to smell it. It smells really nice. I wish you could smell this. Wow, this smells outstanding. So far, it might be the nicest smelling root beer I've ever smelled. It just smells like some sort of honeysuckle. It just smells like I almost wish I could have a cologne of it. This is a wonderful root beer smell. But it doesn't necessarily smell like root beer. It smells like root beer maybe that's been dipped in honey or something. Gorgeous smell. Gorgeous smell. Let me go give it a taste. Okay. Root beer should have a bite when you first taste root beer as opposed to other sodas. It should have a bite. And it does have a bite. However, and it does have a nice sweet taste to it. However, it says natural root beer on the label. It doesn't really taste that much like root beer. I'm gonna give another sip. I like this soda. It is a nice soda. If they wanted to put it in stores and call it Hawaiian soda, I'd probably buy it. But it's got a very faint root beer taste. It doesn't have a very strong root beer taste. It almost tastes like some sort of very fruity, and it tastes like almost like a very fruity, carbonated soda. It doesn't really taste that much like root beer. I'm gonna have to take it down some notches because of that. That's not a really good review, I'm afraid. So I'm actually gonna say it's fair. It does have a nice sweet smell. I love that smell. It would actually be a wonderful cologne or perfume, and it does have a nice fruity taste to it. If they wanted to market it as Hawaiian soda or give it some clever name, just sweet fruit soda, they could do it. It barely tastes like root beer. It doesn't have the frothy. There's no head on it. It doesn't have the frothy, licorice type of taste or wonderful jolt that root beer has, nor does it have the wonderful aftertaste that a good solid root beer has. So as far as I'm concerned, I just drank some very sweet, it's actually a little bit too sweet, Hawaiian fruit soda. That I would have to actually say, I hate to do this, but I would have to actually say it's a fair to bad soda. It might be the one unpleasant thing that comes out of Hawaii. I am sorry. that was a bad review. I cannot recommend it. I have to give it a thumbs down. Thank you.